So we began our morning out the 19th day of February 2019. We began the day with a telephone call from the Criminal Investigation Division of the United States Treasury, FinCEN. They're a little bit interested in the allegations of exactly how it is these fellows here are laundering all the money. How is it that they're separating the narcotics money and the prostitution money and the terrorist money and the human trafficking money from all those subprime mortgages? The question to the President of the United States, the question to the sitting Attorney General of the United States, William Barr, and the Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Mr. Christopher Wray, how is it exactly that Danske Bank and Deutsche Bank and J.P. Morgan Chase and Credit Suisse and Citibank and Wells Fargo and my little buddies over there at Select Portfolio Services and Zions Bank and Wachovia and Wells Fargo and the list of these, how is it precisely, exactly, are they cleaning up all of this dirty money? Now, J.P. Morgan Chase, they know for a fact that Judson ain't fooling around. We've got a very serious problem with the Consumer Finance Protection Board at the FHA Housing and Urban Development Department there of Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Carson, how is it precisely they're funding all of these subprime, no documentation, no verification, no income, liar's loans? You know, the 125% funding, no down payment, subprime predatory mortgages. Where's all that money coming from again, Dr. Ben Carson? Now, to all of my friends and all of my family who know me and love me, they are very familiar with the fact that I began blowing the whistle down in Harris County, Montgomery County, Texas. That would be Houston, Texas, and Conroe, Texas. Back in the 1980s on the Clintons' real estate swindlings over in Arkansas, up there at Flippin, down the road from Yaleville. Now, when it comes to real estate scheming and scamming and swindling, I'm the doctor, Professor Judson, at your service. And this morning's conversation with the Criminal Investigation Division of the Internal Revenue Service, U.S. Treasury. It's about the U.S. government's records on precisely how it is they're funding all of these predatory subprime mortgages with all that dirty money from Danske Bank and Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, J.P. Morgan Chase, and Wells Fargo. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So for the record, I want to make things abundantly clear. I don't walk into a federal courthouse. I don't walk into federal courtrooms with the kind of allegations that are in this case and do it kidding around. This is serious stuff. Donald J. Trump and Mike Pence. So everybody needs to pay attention and remember one thing. My father was known as the Swamp Fox from Harris Bay on Lake George, New York, where him and Mother were in the real estate development business. I've been around real estate development all of my life. And one thing's for certain positive, Donald Trump. When I started blowing the whistle to the senior federal district judge in Houston, Texas, Lynn Hughes, and Lee Rosenthal and Norman Black, just to name a few. And my good old friend, U.S. Magistrate Lingo Platter, back in the 1980s at 515 Rusk, it would seem without any question that what I was blowing the whistle about in the Houston Post, the Houston Chronicle, and the Conroe Courier was spot on. And these days up at Conroe at the Montgomery County Commissioner's Court, they know one thing for positive certain. That old fella from the 4th Precinct over there on the east side of the San Jacinto River, he wasn't fooling around. So folks, I'm going to leave it right there, and as always, hasta la vista, God bless, and stay tuned, because we're just getting warmed up here with the Criminal Investigation Division of the United States Treasury, Consumer Finance Protection Board, and the Housing and Urban Development FHA. It's time to open up all the records and books, folks. As always, hasta la vista, God bless, and you betcha, we're definitely, positively coming back.